Hello, loves. This is Keleena. We are now at the end of May 2020. I believe today is the 28th, I'm pretty sure. um, and I am bringing you one of these videos where I have put a lot of information together um, to bring through some intel for you. I haven't done one of these for a long time. It was a very profound morning for me. I was up at 4:44 a.m. and when I woke up, I'm like, okay, you want me up at this time, obviously, for a specific reason. So I was like, I knew I had to tell someone also when I was up. So I flipped on my phone and I started getting words. And I want to just go in over these words that I got, and I'm gonna start giving you some information, showing you how this is connecting the dots with some past videos I have done over the past years and to what's actually happening now and with everything that's coming in today. Also with it tying into the avatar body that is going to be coming. And by the way, all of you that have been signing up for the avatar webinar for the activation codes, that's this Sunday on the 31st of May. Thank you so much. We are almost full. If it goes over a certain amount of people, we will open up more room. We can purchase a larger Zoom room if we need to. But if you haven't joined that yet, if you haven't seen that yet, it's on Facebook, it's on my website, it's on Instagram, it's even on YouTube. So if you want to get on that, it's going to be powerful. And if you haven't watched my previous video about the 3 days that William and I took and went into seclusion, it was an absolutely beautiful weekend for us. It was very quiet. It was a very loving, divine love, working with the light experience, which we've been doing for a long time. But in that, the very next day after our 3 days, I was downloaded with the avatar codes. William was downloaded, and I was told so quickly, you need to deliver these. And I was like, when Spirit speaks, you listen. So we put together this webinar as quick as we can. It is going to be Sunday, May 31st, and all that information is online, www.keleenamalnar.com, and or my Facebook, Keleena Malnar, or it's on YouTube as one of the community ads, and it's also on Instagram. And it's on our Patreon and the public. We have a public part of the Patreon, so it's advertised on there as well. And if you are a Patreon subscriber, you get a discount for Tier 5. All Tier 5 members get a discount. Okay, so first I want to remind you about the video that I did. I don't know how long ago it was. It was about the bull. It was about Taurus the bull, because I had been for a long time having the image of the bull. I kept having it come to me. I was having it in pictures when I was in England. There was a big bull behind me. When Claire Lewis, who is a beautiful sister of the Rose, that she has driven me through England and Scotland and Wales and up to the island of Iona. She did the first time with me, and she was taking us through the second time, which we just recently finished a lot of sacred site activation grid work. Her and I actually were in a bed and breakfast, and we both had our own separate rooms, and we both had these big paintings of bowls in our room. I'm like, what is it with the bowl? So there is a video from, I don't remember if it's 2018 or 2019, because I know 2018 is when I was really getting all that stuff, and at the end I put it together about the Taurus the bull holds the Pleiades, okay? And I knew there was something important coming with the Pleiades, but what I actually saw was the bull like pretty much bringing its head down to allow the Pleiades, okay, which is the divine feminine, which is these 7 sisters, to return to the planet. And this is what's happening this year, right now. The divine feminine energy, the divine mother energy is returning in such a highly luminary, active way that's activating this new earth crystalline grid and activating these suppressed and dormant cells that are within you that have been shut down. And for those of you that are on the Patreon, we just did the light language activation today. That was one of our scheduled things today. The Divine Mothers worked right through me. It was the first thing that came through, and it was extremely powerful in the beginning. So Divine Mother said to me in January that, actually she told me in December, Mother Mary said she would be working me for this entire year. And it hasn't just been Mother Mary, it's been all the mothers. Again, that's one of my main functions is to work with the Divine Mother energy, to bring it to earth, to anchor it, to assist people with that energy and allow them to work through me as a conduit for source. I'm a conduit for source. That's what I've been. That's why I do all these different kinds of things that people think I'm weird. And it's just like, even my kids are like, Mom, that's weird. So, and it's just actually just me being who I am. So that video of the bowl is on there from a while ago. And I went through all that stuff, and it's just a piece to what's been coming. The next thing, as I talked about, I think in my last month video, is how I've been merging with stars. I've been working with planets for a long time. I've been able to just like face Venus and all of a sudden just have the energy of Venus just connect with it so quickly, and just my heart it would expand so big. So that was the plans, but lately I've been doing the stars, and I'm like, what's going on with me? So if you haven't seen that video, briefly, I'll face a certain star, and all of a sudden I have this Kundalini reaction, a Kundalini activation actually, with this star, and it comes in, and all of a sudden my Kundalini just goes, and it's so powerful. It's literally throwing me on the floor, or not on the floor, on the bed. I'm just like, for those of you who go through the activations the way I do, some of us have, it's almost like you look like you're going through convulsions, but that's been happening for me. So with the stars, and it's been with a group of stars, and we'll get into exactly what that is in a little bit later. The Pleiades, the Divine Feminine, a lot of you that have private sessions with me know that the Pleiades always comes through me. Even those of you that watch my videos, the symbol, okay, Pleiades, this is the symbol of the Pleiades. So when the Divine Feminine speak through me, the Divine Mothers, when just the Pleiadian activations come in, this is a symbol I always get. I have a lot of Pleiadian in me. I have a lot of Venusian energy, but you know what? We're all in everything. So it's all a combination, but this is like a lot of the work I do is of the Divine Feminine, it's of the Pleiades. So this is all coming together, these pieces. The next thing is the 7 rishis, the 7 suns. I think I talked about that a long time ago, and I haven't talked about it since, but this is part of it. Magic, I talked about in the last video. I talked about when William and I had our thing, and I merged with Thoth and Saint Germain, and I've been working with them for years. But when I merged with them, I was told that was actually incredible. That's when I got the colors of the Saint Germain's color and the color green of the emerald tablets, and I had been seeing since 2014 the balance symbol, the yin yang, with those 2 colors, the colors of Saint Germain and Thoth. So that happened for me also during that 3-day weekend, and that has to do with magic and the new earth. And the 2 colors are colors of the new earth that we're going to be utilizing with magic. Okay. And then sovereignty. I've been talking about sovereignty for a long time. So all this we're going to go over right now. It's going to be one of those videos where you either grab your popcorn or something and just listen, because you're going to be as floored as I was. Yeah. That's all I can say is I was like, what and wow. So I am just as like in awe when I receive this information as you will be when you hear it. So when I woke up at 4:44 a.m., I started receiving words, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna need some help with these. I really don't know why I'm receiving these. I've never even heard of most of these words. Okay, almost all of them I've never heard of. And so here was the first one I received, and I got online, and when I got online, I'm like, okay, I thought I'm going to send these to Claire Lewis and Julie Andrada, who they're both Sisters of the Rose that I've activated at the Sisters of the Rose events. They're also, Claire does a lot of mapping work, a lot of, she knew the ley line structure, she knows the grids, everything. She's very smart in that. Julie is absolutely fantastic with so many other things in galactic, very galactic. And so also William's in the little group on the little thing that I started saying to, but he was off somewhere doing his own thing. So the ladies were on, and they're exactly what I needed. So the first word that came through was Argonaut. Now, when I hear the words, I just type them. I'm like, I'm hearing this word. I said, does anybody know what the Argonauts is? So I heard Argonauts, actually. So it did have an S on there. Argonauts. And I've never heard of Argonauts. I'm like, what is that? So that was the first one, Argonauts. The second word I heard was Balkans. Still not a word I ever heard of. I'm like, are these real words, you know? Third word, Plithyrus. Fourth word, Syros. Now, as I was reading these, I'm like, some of these kind of sound a little Greek, you know? And right now, actually, William and I were going to be in Greece at this time right now. Or not just yet, in June. We were going to be in Greece in June. So I was like, okay, does this have something to do with Greece? The next word was keratin. Now, when I was hearing them, I didn't know how to spell them. I always spell them the way they sound. So I was pretty good on close up. Some of them I really got right on top. The sixth word was plumus. I'm like, plumus. I kept hearing plumus. The seventh word, I couldn't hear this one. I didn't know if it was Medjugorje, or what. But I typed it in, and I couldn't hear if it was Gredragori. I was like, what is this word? So I just typed it in to the girls. The next one was Tyricus. I didn't know how to spell that one either. I spelled it this way first, Tyricus, but I also spelled it with the E-A-R because I didn't know if it was like that. But this is the way that I was receiving it, Tyricus. And the ninth word was Prometheus. Okay? So these are the words that I got this morning. And I'm like, what is this? So as I received them and typed them, the Argonauts, Julie immediately responded with a Wikipedia thing and a little video of Argonauts. And she sent a little video of Jason and the Argonauts. And I was like, I've never heard of that. And she's like, me either. So watch this little video. And the Argonauts were actually a band of heroes on a quest to find the Golden Fleece. Okay, now I have been seeing gold in my vision every single day for over a year and a half. So I'm going to actually write down the Golden Fleece, okay? Now, for those of you who haven't worked with me, you may not know, but the golden race DNA codes I've been talking about, these are one of the things that are going to be activated in that webinar as well. But the Golden Fleece, so this is connected to the Argonauts, okay? The band of heroes on the quest to find the Golden Fleece. So keep this word in your thoughts here, okay? This is really important. The Golden Fleece. For me, I'm like, what is this? So after that, after I watched the little thing, I said, okay, these Argonauts were like these persons that had these abilities. They were super strong. They would go out and fight. There were these band of people on this quest, and they really couldn't get hurt or whatever until they actually fell in the trap. No, not in the trap. I'm not going to say until they landed on an island full of women. Not to say anything, guys. Not to say you're weak or anything, but it was just funny, that part of the video. So anyways, moving forward, Claire, after Julia sent the Argonaut thing, Claire had chimed in a personal note about someone, I'm not going to say who it was or anything, but mentioned that he had on this day, so many years ago, he had escaped this area called Balkan, and with his life, and he was like lucky to be alive. And so as soon as she said that, I heard the Balkans, and I heard Balkans with an S, and I'm like, okay, just read that though. Is that like my ego? And they're like, no, Balkans. I'm like, okay. So I wrote back and I said, what's the Balkans? And so this was the only thing we had done was the Argonauts. After that, I started getting all these words, and I started sending all the words over to next one, next one, next one. Nobody knew this stuff, so Claire knew that this was an area in a country. But after I gave in all the words, Claire goes, okay, let me take all this information and I'm going to create this map of everything for you. She goes, and I will get back to you. And by that time, it was like, I don't know, 5 something in the morning, maybe 5:30 in the morning. I was exhausted. I'm like, I need to go back to bed. I went back to sleep. When I woke up, she had sent everything. It's all connected. Balkans. The Balkans is a European area. I have all my notes here from what Claire sent. It's a European area, okay, where Alexander the Great was from, but it's an area formerly known as the Yugoslavia, okay. I'm Slovenian, half Slovenian, my father's Slovenian. Okay, so that is Balkans. So you can look it up on the map, you can see the area it is and check that out, but this comes into play for some reason, okay. The next word, plethorus. Plethorus means complete in Greek. It means complete or completion in Greek. So I'm like, okay, something's coming to completion. Okay. The next word, Syros, is a Greek island where the avatar Achilles hid. He hid there until he was found and returned to Troy. So you all know the story about the Achilles heel and how Achilles, when he was shot in the heel with the arrow, that was the only spot in his body that would kill him. But otherwise, he was an avatar. He had all these powers. He had this strength, and he couldn't be killed. But that one spot he managed to get hit by an arrow. And of all things I'm thinking about now, of all things, it killed him right there. But I guess it was just part of the way they set things up then with the. I don't know, I don't want to call it spells, but something, whatever the agreements were. So that was Syros, okay? The Greek island. Now, the next word was keratin. Okay, I kept hearing keratin or keratin. I couldn't really take it out. And it was definitely keratin. It was the first 3 times I heard keratin. And then keratin is a protein in the vertebrae. For those of you that are into body, you'll know this. Protein in the vertebrae, which is the key to making hair, nails, feathers, horns, hooves, claws, calluses, and the outer layer of your skin. Okay, so keratin, it's really important for any body, okay, any body, so obviously animals as well. But feathers, okay. Remember, we are returning to our angelic selves as well. So let's move on. The next word I have is plumus. Of course, another word I'm like, is that Greek? I don't know. Didn't know what it was. Plumus, actually, Claire looked that up, means to be feathery or have feathers. And I'm like, okay, keratin, okay. That's with the production of creating feathers. Plumus, to have feathers. It's getting interesting. The next word, Medjugorje. Okay, now, and I'm sure I spelled it wrong, but after Claire sent back the stuff, Medjugorje is a place in Bosnia, okay? Here we go, Europe again, where Mother Mary is regularly seen, okay, in apparitions since 1981. There were 6, and I remember after she sent that back and she sent me a little thing on it, I read it and I was like, oh, I remember my father was really into this. There were 6 children or young, one was very young, the boy was very young, and there were, they're of all ages, I think up the oldest one was 18, but there were 6 of them that were receiving apparitions, they were receiving visitations from Mother Mary every single day. 3 of them were given 9 secrets. The other 3 were given 10 secrets. The oldest one was chosen to be the one to reveal the 10 secrets. And she was told to write them down. And when she was told to write them down, she didn't have anything to write on. So she actually, Mother Mary, Divine Mother, gave her a cloth to write it on, just like appeared. And she was writing on this cloth that is not from any kind of material in this world, on the earth, okay? So this cloth is in existence, and these secrets are to start being revealed when it's time. Now, this girl was supposed to choose a priest to actually do the revealing, and he would know 7 days before the first one's to be revealed, and so would she. They were going to be getting the dates. So I am wondering, is it time for the 10 secrets to be revealed? The fact that this came up, I'm like, okay, here we go. All right. So wouldn't it be so fantastic? I'm like, wow, my dad would have loved to hear this stuff. The next word I got is Tyricus. And remember, Medjugorje, Divine Mother, Mother Mary has been working with me. She's been with me my whole life, but this year she's really been working with me, like at my side every day. And she even was working through my daughter this morning. My daughter kept seeing the color of the mother. She kept seeing the color while she was working in her third eye with me today. So I'm like, yeah, Mother's with you. So Medjugorje, very important, very, very important. There's a hill there where it said that the secret number 3 is going to be revealed on that hill. But you can go online and look up that stuff yourself and find it, and see what you receive, because it may activate something in you. So the next word, Tyricus, is a great mage. So a magician. So here we go back to the magic. Okay, magic. A great mage that found the key to immortality for him and his people, his followers. And something happened with him. He ended up locking himself in the earth wherever he found this key, because his followers were upset because it took away their fertility or something. I don't remember the story, but she sent me the story. Claire sent me the story. But a great mage, okay, a great magician, somebody who has worked with magic and alchemy and all that kind of stuff. So this is just referring back to magic. To me, this is referring to. All right, I'll wait. Okay. The next word, Prometheus. This is a Greek mythology. This is a trickster who is credited with creation from clay, with starting creation from clay, and he is one who defied the gods by stealing fire and giving it to humanity. Okay, but Prometheus was a trickster, and when I heard the word Prometheus, or when I read the thing from Claire saying it was a trickster, I heard immediately that the game is over. The trickster is no longer welcome. The game is over. I heard that loud and clear, okay, from my guides, my higher self, and I was like, whoa, okay, yeah, let's go. So, here we go. Prometheus, last one. I've talked to you guys already about all of the things down here, okay? Now, The rishis, I just want to say, is part of the rishic suns, okay? And that is part of the Ursa Major. Now, there was people that I connected with in 2017, and I kept telling them, keep your eye on the Great Bear. And Canis, I would say Ursa Major, and also Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, and Canis Major, Canis Minor. And when that stuff came through me, it wasn't anything that I knew. I knew nothing of what those things were. I had to end up going back and try and figure it out for myself. So the 7 rishis are of the Ursa Major, which is the Great Bear. And then the 7 stars of the Pleiades, which represents the Divine Feminine, are in the Bull Taurus constellation. So the Golden Fleece, okay? The Golden Fleece. I want to read you what Claire sent me because I almost, after I saw that, the girls know that I've been talking about the golden DNA codes and what's coming, and I haven't said a lot in videos. I've been so busy behind the scenes that I haven't talked a lot about this just yet. But the golden race DNA codes are going to start being activated. I've talked about in the videos this year about how everyone is to go back inwards. That's with everything going on, is to pushing you to go inwards, to rebirth the golden inner child, your golden inner child, okay? The golden children also, I talked about being born this winter solstice, okay? That is coming as well. But also, not just the babies being born. What I felt, and I talked about this when I was on the Todd Medina's show, Sology. And I talked about the golden babies being born, but also about the inner child within you being rebirthed as the golden children. We are going through our own rebirthing to be the golden children as well. So I'm going to read what Claire found on the Golden Fleece, which, remember, is connected to the Argonauts. Oh, wow. So I'm going to read it here. It's on my phone, just on the message she sent me. It says, it features in Greek mythology the connection to the golden race DNA. Right there, my heart went whoop. Within the light body, the 14th chakra is the golden ray chakra above the head, and it connects in the universal sun and is the founder's pale gold ray. This chakra acts as the top lid of the 12D shield, okay? And when activated with the monad body, it creates an additional gold buffer field called the Golden Fleece buffer. So these guys were running around looking for a golden fleece, which is actually part of you, okay? It's highly protective against anti-life, reversal energetic fields. To connect with the Founder Gold Ray and reclaim our Christos, Son and Daughter of God principle, Christos Sophia for the planet and humanity, we connect to the Gold Ray of the Rishic Suns, okay? The 7 Rishic Suns are sequentially merging with the 7 stars in the Pleiades, which is the Divine Feminine. They are all named. They all have women's names. Go back and read the 7 sisters of Pleiades if you don't know the story, which is in the Taurus constellation, the Bull. This, to me, is the avatar codes. That's the stuff that when I was downloaded on May 4th, okay? So it was 5/4 for that day. And that was a 13-day. And the 13-day, the number of the goddess again, okay? I have been seeing the number 13 since January 1st. Every day, I can't even tell you how many times a day. If it's not the number 13, it's 9 and 4, which is 94, which is 9 plus 4, which is 13, or 5 plus 8, or 7, 6, or 67, or whatever. Every single day. I'm like, this is the year of the goddess. I know it. This is the year of the Divine Feminine returning. I know this is the year of the Mother. And this is exactly what's happening. This information that came through today and how everything is just like boom, boom, boom in words that I was like, what are these? And and how she put all this together, it makes so much sense. It's like all these pieces of the puzzle coming together. And I'm going to see if there's any other information. The merging of the stars, the merging of the Pleiades on the 7 rishis. There's 7 Pleiades stars, there's 7 rishi suns, okay? I have been doing that through my body since February? No, March. Since March. And I'm like, what's going on with me? What's going on in my body? This is really strange. But it's not strange. It's just, as soon as I felt it, I knew I had to acknowledge that what was happening and accept it and know that this is something that I'm here to do. So this is what's been happening. So that's the merging of the 7 stars in Ursa Major, the Rishik suns with the 7 feminine stars of the Pleiades and the Bull Taurus. That's what's been going on through my body, which has also been getting me ready to hold the codes, I was told, after I read all this morning. I can hold up to so many codes, but other codes I just have access to. I have seen myself, I'm going to tell you, I have seen myself in like up to 4 different places working at a time while I'm here. And I'm always working with codes somewhere. I've even seen myself in the sun working with codes, setting up codes, and I set them up on this big holograph? I don't know what you want to call it. Like this big holograph thing with my hands. I just go, then I start going so fast that you can't even see my hands. It's just a blur. And I start setting all these codes up. And then I set the codes. I hit this button and I set the codes. And I know when I need to send them here. And then I send them here. And sometimes there are specific codes that go to sacred sites. And then here's me down on Earth flying to these sacred sites and activating these codes. And I'm like, what in the world? Now I'm seeing this. The quantumness of us, the multidimensionality of us, how everything we're working on this. Some of us that are doing like this other work, this galactic work at the same time we're doing this. A lot of us are. I'm like, wow, I'm seeing all these different pieces of me, okay, doing all these things above. I'm working inside the earth. I'm working on the earth. I'm working under the water. I'm working on a ship. I'm working in the sun. I'm on a planet. I'm in a star. I'm just like, whoa. So you're all going to start seeing this about yourself. This is who we are. We are these fractals of God. And to see all these different, to see yourself in all these different places at the same time, it's so fascinating. At first it's like, what? I remember one time I saw myself, I'm like, I would never wear that color. And I was like, oh my God, I just judged myself. I was like, oh my God, I just judged myself. So that's the goofiness of it too. So I had to laugh at it as well. So you'll start laughing. You start laughing at all the things as well. So so those of you that know, I've been working with Pleiades for so long and the Divine Feminine for so long and the Mother Energy, this is all coming in. This is all starting to fit together. I'm just looking here to see if I have any other messages that that I need to talk about. So the Golden Race DNA codes, okay, connected to the Golden Fleece. The Golden Race DNA codes, this is connected to the new Golden Atlantis, which is the United States. It is the USA. USA is the new Atlantis, all right? It is coming online. And I have confirmation from another sister of mine who's receives intel. She receives hers in a different way than I do. But I had confirmation of her last Saturday, and I'll be talking to her later this week on some other things that I've been getting. But the Golden Race DNA codes are within everyone, okay? And they can be activated when you're ready, all right? Because you've got to go through the process, the ascension process. You've got to go through the healing. You've got to go through coherence, the heart coherence. You've got to go through activation. You've got to go through the embodiment. There's all these steps to the ascension, and until you get to that point. But the so this is the return of the golden age. That's what's coming. However, when you receive the activations, if you do the webinar with us, when you receive the activations for the webinar or for the avatar body or the Golden Race DNA codes, those are within you. I have the ability to actually activate things within people. That's what I am. I'm an activator. So not everyone will be activated right away. You'll receive the activation, but if you're not ready because you have still too much stuff in the way, remember, release the old to allow the new. You'll have the activation, but it won't come online until you're actually ready. All right. Let's see. Let me see. I'm just checking all my notes from this morning with her. It's been a long day. I start losing my voice when I've been working all day. So what Claire said, she said this is probably the overarching theme for most of the grid work that I have been doing. When Spirit tells me I need to go and activate here, and a lot of places I've been where the Divine Feminine is very present. I've been to many countries. I've been to a lot of the places that have to do with Divine Feminine, and always with Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, or anything that has to do with Divine Feminine energy. That's where I've been going, where I've been taken. It's where they've shown me I need to go. And I've been lucky to have Claire Lewis and also Julie Andrade to assist in that. And then also William for being a support, but also a protector when we've been going to do this stuff, because sometimes you having the masculine, that balance is fantastic, but having the masculine presence, the divine masculine, he almost like shields so that I can get the work done that I need to do. And he also has his own part. He does his part when we're doing this work as well. Also, the number 444 for the morning, it's the number of the angels. As everybody knows, that's the number of the archangels. It's also number 4 is the number of Earth. Okay, 4 is Gaia. So to me, this is all about the new Earth. This is about the new creation that's going on. This is the new you. And without you doing your inner work and without you changing yourself within, we can't create the new Earth. You can't create the new you. All right. Remember, everything is collective. Each and every one of us is a fractal of God. We're all the I am presence here on Earth in this physical vessel. And so always look at each other and see the I am presence within everyone. Okay. And love them for that. Okay. And there may be people you don't get along with, or there may be people that's still at the lower vibration. You don't have to be friends with them right now. You can just send them love and let them go on their way, because that's what happens in ascension. Those of the lower vibration will stay behind. You'll keep moving forward. And it's all okay. Okay, don't judge yourself about that. Okay, so in my notes here, yes, everything is good. The 10 secrets given by Mother Mary at Medjugorje, she's got this on here, will be revealed following 3 Earth events. They seem linked to the shift to New Earth. So she's saying, I wonder if you receive this because now might be the time. And that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, okay, this may now be the time because everything has started. I'm going to be doing, just so you know, in case you want to look it up yourself, there's a medjugorje.com, I am spelling it wrong. It's MEDJU. I will change it here so that you guys can actually go online and find it, because I know there was somebody who'd be interested in reading it. MED, because this should be a J, UGOR, okay, and this should be a J, medjugorje.com. Okay, that's from Claire. She found that. So you can go onto that website and go look at the information about Medjugorje. And whatever you read, you may receive your own activations in it as well. So there's so much going on. The Golden Fleece is connected to the Argonauts. It's connected to the Golden Race DNA, which is for getting ready for this. Atlantis is the United States. I remember a lot of the old Atlantis. I remember working in the temples. I worked in all the temples there. I even worked in the temple of Poseidon. I remember a lot of it in visions and stuff. I also have more information of Atlantis. People are always saying that Atlantis is here, it's just above the earth, but the work I've been doing, and I see myself when I work with certain crystals, I'm under the ocean in Atlantis working there. So there's so much being revealed right now. I wanted you guys to have this information. I wanted you to see that this is coming in. All this stuff is happening. If you start feeling like you're facing stars and you start feeling stuff happening in your body, allow it to happen. Okay, you're starting to merge with the stars, with the Pleiades, or the Ursa Major, which is the 7 rays of the sun. There's the 7 and the 7. Okay, 7 and 7 has been a big number. A lot of people have been seeing 7 for a long time. You also have 7, the main chakras, but remember, we are now going to be lighting up the key, the golden chakra, if we haven't already. Magic is returning in all of us, okay? I talked about that in that video. I'm going to talk about it more because when I came back from Scotland, one of the last things that we did there is I was told that we need to activate the Fountain of Youth on the island of Iona. There was a Fountain of Youth there, and I had to do a sacred site activation for the Fountain of Youth so that people can restore their divine God bodies the way that they were supposed to be. We were never supposed to age on the earth. That was all part of the dark plan that took over, okay, which is no longer here. The Demerge left in 2018, the summer of 2018. So for those of you that don't remember me talking about that way back then, the Demerge left in 2018, and one of my sisters, who I was on one of her things this past weekend, she reiterated that again, and it's the same information I got. The Demerge is not here, okay? It is gone. The only darkness that is still being taken care of is the stuff within each of us that has not been faced yet. So if you're out there fighting the dark, you may be fighting yourself, okay? There are the people on earth that chose that to play that role as well. They're going to be shifting as well with everything that's going on and everything that's waking up and all the truth that's coming up. It's now that dark is only working through the individualized people now, and you're going to see the dark people, okay? The ones that are pushing things like, I'm going to say, like this vaccine, the people that are behind pushing you, get the vaccine, you need this vaccine. Let me tell you right now, go look and do the homework and see how much stock those people own in pharmaceutical companies. I was shown that in my third eye, and I was like, oh, okay. There we go. Greed, dark. It's all about that. Okay. Magic's coming back. Sovereignty. Our sovereignty is our freedom. Okay. This is coming. Okay. The eclipses are coming. This has to do with the eclipses. It starts in June and goes through July. And there's going to be all this stuff happening. There's magic happening within your body. Everything happens through the body. Always, always, always. Our bodies are transmitters, they are conduits, they are receivers. For those of us that are healers, activators, our bodies are a tool. I have said this for a long time. Our bodies are a tool. Listen to your body, follow what your body is saying, okay? And get into center, be centered, just be, and allow the information to come like this came in for me last night. The more you center, the more you go in within and allow yourself to still the mind, you will receive the information you need to know what's going on. Now, it may not always reveal easy, but you may have people that can help you figure it out. So, and I thank you again, Claire and Julie, for help today. You're so much appreciated. Thank you, sisters. Hello, loves. I'm continuing adding a little bit more to this video because when I was going to bed after I finished the first part, I was like, oh, more stuff came in. So I just wanted to reiterate some things. I also wanted to show you that the date I received the information was on 5/28/2020, which is a 1 day, which is new beginnings. Okay. That's always important when we receive information, because new beginnings is what we're all striving for right now. The other, oh, and I didn't put my microphone on, so I hope you can hear me okay. This information that I'm adding on here is just some stuff that came through when I went back and realized the Christos Sophia stuff. I actually did a video on that back in 2018. And you can go back to my YouTube and watch that stuff. I'm going to erase this because I want to write down just a few more things. This is all just amazing to me when it comes in this way. Okay. I don't know where my pretty dark purple is. Okay, so I'll use blue. This is, for some of you, for a while now, you've been seeing the number 777. Okay, this to me is also part of this information, because we have the 7 sisters of Pleiades. And that's the divine feminine, okay? To me, the Pleiades, I've said this in many videos, the Pleiades represents the divine feminine. I've said that many times. Okay, then you have the seven rishis, and that's the sun. Okay, that's the divine masculine. Okay, that's within the constellation with the Ursa Major, the Great Bear. Okay, now I'll move this over. Inside the Great Bear, divine masculine. Okay, and you're merging these two. Now, we also have what we are creating is the 7. And I have all of my notes written down here. The 7 new realms of Earth. And some of us have already been seeing these because we've already been working on New Earth. We've already been doing this kind of stuff, going back and forth. But it's the 7, it's the 7 new realms of Earth. Now, here's your 777, okay? This stuff here, as I discussed about what I've been going through as I've been merging with these stars, and I did check last night, I pulled out my little app, the little star finder map that you can find the stars in the sky to see where exactly I've been, and it's just automatic for me. My body will turn to a certain way when I'm standing outside or in the house at night, and all of a sudden I will start having this merge. And what it's doing is it's activating. I'm having a Kundalini activation. It goes through my entire body, but it's actually working through the 7 initial chakras. Okay, but it's also going through out and connecting with the chakras outside of the 7 initial. So these are happening through the body. This is happening through the body when I'm having that Kundalini experience. And as you get farther along your process, you're going to have this. I just feel that everybody's going to go through that part. Maybe you won't feel it as strongly as I do, where the energy is so big I get knocked over. But I think when I go through some of those things in that way, it's so that I can actually integrate the knowledge of what's happening so that I can then share it with you. Okay, so the 7 stars, 7 sisters, Pleiades, is also Sophia. Okay, this is what I'm picking up. This is the Sophia energy. Sophia. And then the 7 Rishi Sons, the Great Bear, the Divine Masculine, that's the Christos. And for me, I write it with a K. I don't know why. It comes through that way. Christos and Sophia. So this is the divine merge of the Christos Sophia. And it happens through these stars. It's just like blowing my mind as the information comes in. So what I was getting is it's the merge and the union within, which creates the 7 new merged realms of the new earth. Okay? Because we have to remember that we are the creators here on this planet through our physical body. We're creating things. So we are the creators of the new reality. So we're bringing through balance and harmony, okay, through our structure. And we're creating the new earth through us. Because each person's individualized process is your own creation. So you're going to go through all these. Don't think this is going to happen right away if you're just waking, okay? This is something that's farther along in the process. But this is going to happen. And I'm going to correct that so you guys can... this is, I don't want to say it's advanced, I just want to say it's those of us that have been gone further along in the process and these things are happening. So this creates the balance and the harmony within you. It's almost like another part of the divine union that has to happen within you. The other divine union is the mind and the heart and the sacred heart, okay, and the soul. To me, the sacred heart is the soul. It's like the soul. So it's the union of those two as a part of the divine union process. But then this is another like deeper part of becoming the whole of all that is, if that makes sense. So it's another merge that has to happen within your structure and for everything that we wish to create. Now, this process connects you to the founder gold ray, and it reclaims our Christos sun, okay, here, and the daughter of God principle for the planet and humanity, all right? We're becoming our divine God, goddess selves. That's what this is. So this is the new, and the new earth will reveal itself through you, all right? Gaia has her own part, but what you're creating in your own creation process for the new earth that you want to see is being created and revealed through you. I hope that makes sense. Because we all have our own reality and we are all creating our reality and we're creating our own world. So those are the notes. That's what I wanted to add on to this. I'm sure I'm going to have more pop in, but I just thought this was so important to bring this stuff through because I've been talking about this in pieces through the years. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, I've been getting like pieces. And this is the point now where we are, they're usually implementing our reality in us. Okay, 1 minute, I'm getting a channel message. We are integrating, our true self into the reality of all that we are and all that we have ever been. It is our divine essence through the power of love and in the power of the Christos Sophia merge that will show our true self in the unification with God, the Almighty, the One, the presence that we are in our body at all times. We are the God principle. We are the 7 realms. We are all that is. Te akura santa kura shantanamiya, shasha upa, te te ari karasanta namamai, manono no ne kitere kentenaya. Know that love is your true power. And in love, there is nothing to gain. In love, we just be. We are one love. We are one light. We are one heart. And we are one life. Breathe this into your consciousness and understand the reality of what you are returning to. For you are the all that is, and nothing less. Shantane Nikia to Krosun to Kupuri and Akaranda Karantanduna Sototu Atakante Namia Anya. Open your hearts to love. Akore Nane Isishi Ayama. Nani. Okay. I get really, really high. Okay, so I just wanted to bring this extra little bit of information in, just to understand, we are one love, we are one life, we are one light, and we're all here coming back together in unification of the one soul. Okay, this is another step in our process. These eclipses that are coming are going to open the gates of reality. They're going to be showing you that the things that really truly don't matter need to really fall away. There's going to be, it's what I see is like this, us as these just beings that just shoot off the earth is what they're showing me. They go up, we go up as like these light beings, and we're just swirling up, and as we're swirling up, everything's like shaking off of us and just falling off of us like mites or fleas or something. All the stuff that's like been stuck on us for all this time, that has no purpose, that serves no purpose, and that does not serve our highest and greatest good. So this is like going to be a significant shift, and I'm going to say self-love, okay, with these eclipses coming, of returning to your center, of returning to who you truly are, to go through this process. All the information that I got, the way I receive things, for me is just like, wow, okay. But I like to share it with you guys because I always stress to everyone that I have private sessions with, keep a journal, write down what you get, because you'll be able to go back later and go, aha, I get it, okay? So that happens for me. And it's process and it's love. And it's wonderful. 777 also, I'm being told, is the number of God, okay? So take that into consideration when you see, and what I've just said, that you're returning to your God, Goddess selves, okay? This is the time, everything's happening now, and we are only in the beginning of this event, okay? I want to really tell you this, because my guides told me last week, they said, this is only the beginning. This is not like this and then the, you know what, is over, like that. That's not even, okay? That's just a little part of the plan behind the plan behind the plan. This is just the beginning of these events that are going to be happening. And remember the story of Medjugorje, there will be 3 earth events. And after those 3 earth events, the 10 secrets will be revealed, okay? So we are just on the beginning. We are just touching the beginning of this. I feel like these eclipses are going to bring in like another wave. There's also another awakening, but another wave of what's going to happen. Do not fall into the trap of people out there saying we're going to go to war or anything like that, okay? That is somebody trying to pull you into the old energy, the old paradigms that used to exist in the old realities. We're not following that structure anymore of the old earth stuff, where every so many thousands of years you fell back into this loop and you did it again and again.
We are on a new organic timeline. So that's not being created anymore. So don't allow people to pull you into that. The only war that would be going on is the war within your own mind. Okay, I said this years ago in a video because my guide said the only Armageddon is the Armageddon that's in your mind, that's in that false created ego. Okay, so think about that. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for listening. All right, and I hope to see you guys on the webinar on Sunday. We are almost sold out of space. We will open up more space if we need to.
So I'm going to go because I just wanted to go over this with you guys. There was all these pieces to the puzzle that in all my past videos has been coming forward. And this is big now, okay? The eclipses are big. I'm going to do the June video. It's going to be separate than this. It's going to be all about different stuff. And it's going to have activations. And thank you again to the Patreon subscribers. William and I have Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/Sacred Heart Love, where we do all kinds of stuff on there. Okay, we even have little children's section where we're working with the kids that are awake. We have some really great kids. So again, if you want to be part of the webinar, which is on Sunday, May 31st, go to the website, KeleenaMalner.com, and you can sign up for that on there. That is for the Divine Avatar Activation Codes. William and I will be doing activations for that. It's $44.44. Okay? And we hope to see you guys there. I hope this was like wow for you like it was for me today. I was just like, what? My daughter, I was telling her everything and she was just like, whoa, Mom, that's really strange how you got all that. But she was, but it's really cool. So, all right. I love you all. Thank you for listening and I will see you soon. Eternal love, eternal light, eternal life. I love you.